Florida is purple. Orlando City bagged a massive Florida Derby win with Ercan Cara once again on the score sheet. We relive the Clásico. Orlando Soccer Insider starts right now. Hey there, and welcome into Orlando Soccer Insider. I'm your host, Gabrielle Amato, flanked by the man, the myth, the Orlando City legend, Miguel Gallardo. 3 points in the bag, 3 goals scored. Florida is purple.
Honestly, I am still smiling so hard because it was just a wonderful night overall. There was traveling fans who got their reward for that hideous drive. But I really liked the performance from the team. It was smart, it was sensible. They executed the game plan very well in the first half. They were dominant. They had the possession of the ball. They created most of the chances. And then they got a beautiful goal to start the game. And then I liked their adjustment in the second half when Inter Miami had to be the team that was the protagonist in terms of the ball possession, 62% overall. Orlando City was smart, was clever, was patient, was well organized, and they hit him on the break, and they got 2 goals after that. I thought it was overall a fantastic team performance.
It truly was. The fans were thrilled. The players were thrilled as well. Let's relive this partidazo down in Fort Lauderdale.
In a Florida derby, it's Inter Miami playing host to Orlando City. Ivan Angulo whips it in. Carr is there, and it's off the post.
The underworld couldn't contain me. Mama, sorry. I don't play games, yeah, no Atari. 6 feet deep to try to scar me. Follow my lead, I'ma find the dollars. I'm a real problem. You keep bringing them out, I keep knocking them down. You put them in the ground.
Thrown from Araujo. Flicked along, and it's in. And it's that man, Ercan Cara again.
Break free from my chains like Janko.
It's Martín, Ojeda, and just like that, it's 2-1, and it's back to the visitors, and it's the substitute, Martín Ojeda, and that little deft touch, absolutely beautiful.
Put in work every day, they try to keep me down, but I turn to a beast. Yeah. You feel the times come, can you feel the times come, can you feel that I'm on? Are you ready? Django, screaming.
Looking for an avenue, now it's Santos! Counter-attacking soccer at its finest and finished off by Rafa Santos, his first goal in Orlando City kit, and that might just do it. It's 3-1. Orlando City have earned it. 3 goals and 3 points, and a tip of the cap to that man right there.
What do we get to eat? We had Fort Lauderdale on the menu. What's up, City fans? How about that lunch I spoke about earlier? Quite good, huh?
And one of those goal scorers joins us live in studio, Martín Ojeda. Bienvenido. Un gol en un clásico este fin de semana. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Hola a todos. Bueno, muchas gracias. Muy feliz porque era lo que buscaba hace mucho tiempo y bueno, justo llegó el gol en el clásico que encima fue el 2-1 para darnos un respiro y bueno, eso me dio mucha tranquilidad para lo que viene.
Háblame un poquito de la diferencia que has visto futbolísticamente del fútbol de la MLS y el fútbol en Argentina, porque los jugadores que vienen dicen que es muy diferente. ¿Cómo lo has vivido tú?
Sí, bueno, cambian en muchos aspectos. Es muy físico, muy técnico también. A veces cuesta un poco porque la adaptación y todo eso, pero bueno, uno intenta estar tranquilo, tener la cabeza fría para estos momentos cuando está la adaptación plena, ir de a poco y bueno, lo positivo a todo esto que tengo el apoyo de del cuerpo técnico y de mis compañeros que siempre me tiran para adelante y me dan siempre cosas positivas.
Claro.
Quiero hablar de esos compañeros que bastantes son de Sudamérica. Es un equipo lleno de sabor latino, decimos. ¿Cómo ha ayudado eso en tu transición?
Muchísimo. Yo siempre lo hablo con ellos. Se lo agradezco porque yo desde el primer día ellos ya tenían un grupo armado que me incorporaron muy rápido a su grupo. Eso no se ve en todos lados y bueno, la verdad que estoy muy feliz por haber venido, no me arrepiento después de haber llegado y ver el grupo que hay. Como te dije recién, agradezco por cómo me recibieron y el apoyo que me dan día a día.
Martín, te has encontrado en esta adaptación en diferentes posiciones bajo el esquema de Oscar. ¿Cuál es la posición que a ti más te gusta o al menos donde tú sientes que puedes ayudar al equipo más?
Bueno, yo sé que en distintas posiciones puedo dar otras cosas, claro. Tanto por derecha que por izquierda. Por izquierda puedo estar más ir al espacio, tener finalizaciones. Y por derecha, bueno, tratar de hacer jugar al equipo, juntarme con los medios, con el lateral que sube, con el 9, de ese lado. Y me siento mucho más cómodo de ese lado, por derecha. Yo de que jugué en inferiores, en Ferrocarril Oeste, mi primer club, me empezaron a poner por izquierda. Acostumbré mucho a esa posición. Después, bueno, pasé a Racing y jugué en una posición parecida a la que estoy jugando ahora acá con Oscar. Y bueno, después iba pasando de diferentes posiciones, me fui de extremo por derecha, de extremo por izquierda y de a poco iba aprendiendo, iba mirando. Soy un jugador que me gusta mirar a los demás, sea chico, sea grande, aprender los movimientos, los controles, cómo lo hacen. Y bueno, claro. Y al pasar los años fui mejorando, fui mirando para aprender, como te dije recién. Y bueno, hoy en la posición que me siento más cómodo es por derecha. Y bueno, voy a ir incorporando cada vez más cosas y bueno, teniendo más confianza en esa posición.
Claro.
Hablando de tu vida aquí en Orlando, ¿cómo te sientes aquí en la ciudad? ¿Cómo está gustando tu familia vivir aquí?
Bueno, es algo muy diferente. Mientras mi familia esté feliz, yo voy a estar feliz. A mí la felicidad de ellos, verlos a ellos tranquilos. Mi hijo tiene 2 años, empezó jardín ahora hace 3 semanas.
Hablando inglés.
Calculo que va a aprender más rápido inglés que nosotros.
100%, te lo garantizo.
Le cuento justo una anécdota. Mi hijo empezó hace 3 semanas jardín y una vez estábamos con mi señora, yo estaba jugando con mi hijo en el sillón y mi señora justo estaba en la cocina. Y justo, bueno, le alcanzo algo a mi hijo y me mira, me dice, thank you, papi. De la nada, y él nunca había dicho nada y con mi mujer nos mirábamos, no nos podíamos creer. Así que calculo que va a aprender mucho más rápido que nosotros.
Garantizado.
¿Y qué te gusta hacer afuera del fútbol? ¿Tienes algún hobby que igual la gente no sabe de ti?
Bueno, durante el año intento, bueno, ser profesional, cuidarme. Sí, de vez en cuando, bueno, ahora que está mi hijo, que nació mi hijo, con mi mujer siempre intentamos llevarlo a un lado, a un parque de vez en cuando se puede, ¿no? Y bueno, después cada vez que me voy de vacaciones me gusta mucho pescar.
Oh.
Cada vez que me voy para mi ciudad, Gualeguaychú, a la cual amo tanto, me gusta ir a acampar también. Me voy siempre 3, 4 días con familiares y amigos en una carpa al lado del río. Eso es lo más lindo y eso me ayuda mucho a mantener los pies sobre la tierra y a estar presente en el día.
Yo sé que a los otros muchachos les digo que voy a jugar golf con ellos, a pescar y a acampar yo no. Prefiero mi cama.
Miguel es demasiado bougie para esa vida, pero Martín, mil gracias por su tiempo. Te esperamos una temporada llena de éxito y el próximo partido contra Atlanta United. So let's take a look ahead at that match, another rival for Orlando City.
It's Pato! Oh my word! And it is Pereira! Beautifully done. His Goodness.
It's always a battle when we take on Atlanta United. Time for the keys to the match presented by Exploria Resorts. I want to begin with a man by the name of Ercan Cara, who set up Pincho, who was just with us for that second goal on the night. He scored in 3 consecutive matches. Miguel, what a moment for him.
It's so important to have your top man, your reference player up top, your designated striker, in this case Ercan Cara, in such a good moment. And we talked about it in the keys to the game on the last week's show, that his continuity, his confidence was going to be important, and he proved it right, and he's going to keep going in that line because now he's got 4 goals, and it's important to have your top man just flying in confidence.
It certainly is. A goal and an assist. It not only earned him another star in our Heineken Silver Star of the Match power rankings, he now sits with 2 on the season, but it also earned himself a spot in the Major League Soccer Team of the Match Day, a team that was coached by our man, Papi, Oscar Pareja, who got it all right against Inter Miami.
Yeah, I thought his tactical approach was excellent, and the guys executed really, really well. He dominated the first half, and in the second half, he made the necessary adjustments to be able to come away with all 3 points. So big credit goes to him.
Absolutely, and he's going to look to put together a tactical performance, a masterclass against an Atlanta United team who are going to be without Luis Araujo, who was sent off in his last match, but still a stacked side.
No doubt, and they have none other than a World Cup winner, Argentinian Thiago Almada. And, he's just a spectacular player. There's a lot of rumors about this player potentially going to Europe. It doesn't matter for Orlando because they got to take care of business. And if they take care of Thiago Almada, then they'll take care of Georgios Giacomakis, who's their striker, their designated player, newest player for Atlanta United. He came in this year. The man's got 8 goals in 9 Major League Soccer matches. To me, Gabby, he's one of the most dangerous and probably highest quality strikers in the league. So you stop Thiago Almada and you got a better chance to make sure that Georgios Giacomakis doesn't have as much success.
Orlando City will look to stop them both this weekend at Exploria Stadium. We hope to see you all there. We're going to step away for our first break of the show, but when we come back, we're going to recap Orlando Pride's massive win against who was top of the table, Washington. That full recap up next. Orlando Soccer Insider is presented by Orlando Health and Exploria Resorts.
It's the final days of the Memorial Day sales event at your local Ford dealers. Don't miss Memorial Day savings on Ford SUVs and trucks. Just announced, military, all veterans, and first responders get an extra $1,000 exclusive cash. Right now, get 0% financing plus $1,000 from your local Ford dealers on Ford F-150. Or drive one today for just $399 a month. The final days of the Memorial Day sales event ends May 31st. Only at your local Ford dealers.
We're always aware of the high stakes with elite athletes.
I was thinking, will I get back to the player that I was before?
It's not that much different than the process that we take with all of our patients.
14 or 15 stress fractures. I just felt like I was missing out on life.
A patient may not be a professional athlete, but they all have a lot riding on a surgery.
After I recovered, it was amazing. I can walk pain-free.
Surgery was the best option for Robin and Katie. It got her back to doing what she loves to do, and it got him back on the field.
Welcome back into Orlando Soccer Insider. Orlando Pride handed Washington Spirit their first loss of the season. It was Marta and Kylie Strom on the score sheet. Let's relive that partidazo.
There were some real good positive performances. Obviously, the result is not what we wanted, but once they took that goal to equalise, I thought we showed inexperience in that moment to concede, 2 goals after that. Doesn't put you in a great position, but again, everything that we've said this season is a learning moment for all of us. So they'll learn from it, they'll develop and get better moving forward.
Okay, that's the most important thing. We can write it all up, but at the end of the day, you have to have the desire to score.
okay? That has to be there. Do not let that level drop, yeah?
Let's keep this ball rolling, okay? Play with passion, play with drive, play with pride, and let's go get that carrot. Adriana the other way, slide by Brooks, penalty. Amber Brooks goes in, catches Adriana, and puts Orlando to the spot. Marta scores her first goal. Adriana's the one who went for goal. Marta, header, that's in! Orlando pulls ahead in the final 15 minutes! And the Orlando Pride pick up a massive 3 points at home. And the final unbeaten in the 2023 season falls.
It is time for the Orlando Pride Insider Report presented by Orlando Health. Orlando Pride, Miguel, back-to-back wins at home, undefeated in 4 matches in league play. They are clicking.
Yeah, they're in great form, and it's just incredible to see how they started the season in not the best way, losing consecutive matches, but now undefeated in 4. And the team is vibing. They're structurally, defensively really strong and attacking with some repetitive players. Getting that continuity has been very, very important. I really like what Adriana is doing on the left-hand side, this newest Brazilian player, really making some noise. And then Marta getting a goal, penalty. She hadn't scored since October of 2021. Remember, she missed out the entire 22. And although I'm not ready to say that we're seeing vintage Marta because the standard is incredibly high, I am seeing a Marta that is growing in confidence, that is getting healthier. You can see some of that explosive power that she might have lost last year coming back in. And then defensively, Anna Morehouse getting yet another opportunity. I will say this, really bad decision on that first goal, but what I loved about it is that mental strength to come back and make 2 incredible saves to keep the scoreline level that ultimately Orlando City was able to get 3 points. So really good moment for her.
It was a true team performance once again by Orlando Pride. Next up for them is a trip to Chicago. They are taking them on this weekend. Let's enter our keys to the match presented by Exploria Resorts. What's going to be key for a win here?
For me, the mentality. They got to come in with a lot of intensity, but they also have to understand that Chicago is a team that's in very, very last place. They've had a really bad season. But if you come into this game with the confidence, but at the same time are humble and stick to your principles, stick to what you've been doing well, Orlando Pride has an opportunity not just to get a result, but then to go to 5 games undefeated. They're only 1 point away from a playoff position. Now, there's still a lot of season left, but to get into the playoff picture and then stay there is so important.
Yeah, Chicago are winless in their last 6 across all competitions, so they're facing an Orlando Pride team who are on the up and up. What else is going to be key for you?
Yeah, for me is, continuity, and I think Seb Hines and the rest of the coaching staff are doing a really nice job at balancing out and rotating players, but still keeping a nice core of players. When you are able to be consistent with your lineups, you start to build those relationships and players get to know each other better, especially if there's a couple new players on the team. I think that's going to be key, and I'm sure Seb Hines is going to be looking at some of the same things.
Yeah, Kylie Strom, speaking of that continuity, she is one of only 2 Pride players to have played every minute of the NWSL regular season. She picked up her first goal of the season, her second in her career with Pride with that game winner. But it was Marta who earned herself a star on the Heineken Silver Star of the Match Power Rankings. It was her first goal of the 2023 campaign, just like you said, Miguel. She also assisted Strom in that goal, so it's a third time in her career in the NWSL that she has recorded a goal and an assist. So what a match it was for Marta. But let's get to know some of our other Pride players. From Sevilla to Seattle, all the way to Lyon, Celia Jiménez's journey is one that has quite literally spanned the whole globe. Let's get to know her better.
It actually began in a really small town of southern Spain. I was 6 years old and I started playing in my hometown team with all the guys. I was the only girl. I've been like really lucky to play in like different leagues, and I think like here playing in the NWSL, playing in Spain, Sweden, Australia, France, I've gotten to learn from so many different coaches and also to play with like amazing soccer players that have very different styles. So I would say that I am a different player nowadays, and I like to think that I try and pick like the positive things of like each team and each culture. I am a right back that I obviously can get greedy and like defend aggressively, but I love having the ball and I love like combining, so I definitely enjoy just like going down the line and like making some like good crosses and just combining up front. I think like definitely like playing the first ever World Cup with Spain was like a big one, just because like we had never qualified before and I was like the youngest, like the little kid in the team, so it was like really fun just like getting to experience something that I couldn't even imagine. I think the NWSL doesn't forgive. Like whenever a team has one chance, they're gonna take advantage of it, and I feel like in other leagues the game is like way more patient. Like teams just like maybe get to the box and they play around way more many times, but like in the NWSL you cannot switch on 1 second because like you'll pay for that. I like love nature and like I love hiking, I love camping, I like mountain biking, kayaking, anything, like literally just like you name me, anything that is like outdoors and adventure, I'm like yes. I love when they speak Spanish to me.
Fans?
Yes.
Okay, so your message to the fans.
Yes. Please speak Spanish to me. If you do speak Spanish, don't be shy. Like I love it when like you're like, hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo fue el partido? So, here for you.
And speaking of Orlando Pride, in our community report, we recap the Pups with Pride match that occurred last weekend. You won't want to miss any of this cuteness right after the break.
What's a Walt Disney World thrill feel like? It's like... Howdy, partners! And like... And also like... And it feels even better together. And check this out. Florida residents can thrill with this special 4-day Disney Summer Magic ticket offer. Visit DisneyWorld.com to learn more. Disney thrills us like...
Stir up adventure in your kitchen. Add a spoonful of Spice World seasoning blends to any dish. Top it, stir it, toss it. Spice World seasoning blends. Adventure's just a spoonful away.
If new Heineken Silver was a riveting Viking saga.
Last West, your family tortured my first wife and stole my second favorite goat. Now you want to marry my daughter. Okay.
All the taste, no bitter endings. Crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
New cheesesteak from Pizza Hut. Look at all that sirloin steak. It's seasoned, it's grilled, it's vibing with those peppers and onions. New cheesesteak from Pizza Hut. Steak night, every night.
Welcome back into Orlando Soccer Insider. For the second straight year, fans brought their dogs to the Pups with Pride match. The club joined forces with the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando, who had dogs available for adoption at the match. Thankfully, Miguel, I was away with Orlando City and didn't attend this match, or right now I would most definitely have a puppy at home, which would be good for no one. We do want to get straight into our Purple Pipeline. Orlando City B, it was also rivalry weekend for them. They took on Atlanta United, and what a performance by Jacqueline off the bench to come from behind, bag a brace, and they drew 2-2.
Yeah, it's so important, and we talk about it. The result's important. What's most important, that players keep developing, getting minutes. Remember, Jacqueline was drafted high last year, so it's important that he keeps getting opportunities because he's got some looks on the first team. He hasn't had that continuity or frequency of those minutes. So when he gets playing time, he's making it count on the Orlando City B.
Certainly making a statement. Congratulations to Jack and OCB for picking up that point. And over to our academy, who also have reason to celebrate. The U17s have clinched their division. They are headed to the MLS Next Cup playoffs, baby.
That's huge. That's huge because, slowly but surely, I wouldn't even say slowly. I think fast. Orlando City Academy is becoming one of the top academies in the country. When you consistently have teams playing in high-level matches, it just goes to show you that the process is working.
It is working, and we're expected to work this weekend at Exploria Stadium, this time against Atlanta United, the Lions taking on their rivals from Georgia. We expect to see you all there. Kickoff is slated for 7:30, live on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV, but you guys tuning in, you need to head out and support them in person. We also want to let you know that, as always, we have kickoff minus 60, our pregame show, myself, Evan Weston, Paul Shaw, breaking down the match over on our Lion Nation TV app, so you won't want to miss that. Miguel, another fun one in the books. Get ready to go fishing with Martín.
No way.
From Miguel and I, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next Friday. Orlando Soccer Insider is presented by Exploria Resorts, Orlando Health, Walt Disney World, and Ford.
Are you passionate about making the world a better place for future generations? So are we. At OUC, we're powering the future, protecting the environment, and using renewable resources so we can help spark change. By adding electric vehicle chargers throughout Orlando, we're making it easier and more convenient than ever to do the right thing. When you plug into the future and drive electric, everybody wins.
New cheesesteak from Pizza Hut. Look at all that sirloin steak. It's seasoned, it's grilled, it's vibing with those peppers and onions. New cheesesteak from Pizza Hut. Steak night, every night.
Stir up adventure in your kitchen. Add a spoonful of Spice World seasoning blends to any dish. Stir it, top it, toss it. Spice World seasoning blends. Adventure's just a spoonful away.
Whether traveling for business or pleasure, Orlando International Airport offers more choices in domestic and international destinations, conveniences, and amenities. And the choices don't stop there. MCO features over 30 airlines, expedited security screening options, and a Hyatt Regency hotel. Choices of lounges with local and national dining and shopping options as far as the eye can see. MCO, your Florida airport of choice.
It's the final days of the Memorial Day sales event at your local Ford dealers. Don't miss Memorial Day savings on Ford SUVs and trucks. Right now, military, all veterans, and first responders get an extra $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry in for 0% financing plus $1,000 from your local Ford dealers on Ford Explorer. Or drive Bronco Sport today for $342 per month. The final days of the Memorial Day sales event ends May 31st, only at your local Ford dealers.